Hey YouTube, it's Tony here from We Try Anything, the channel that tries anything and brings out anything to you in the shape of a review. What we got here today, we've got a tripod which we found for £1 at Poundland. The reason why we thought we'd feature this on the channel, because we thought, well, for £1, is it actually any good? Does it work? Is it a quality item? Is it worth purchasing? As with all tripods, you can imagine there's quite a few out there which are not around the actual £1 mark. I mean, there is a few that I've seen, but this one is the one to me that kind of stands out. Other than the usual ones which you get from the likes of Joby and, you know, like the Manfrotto and stuff, which is way more than £1. You know, you're probably looking from £30 onwards. We just thought we'd have a quick look at this one, see if it's any good and, you know, the quality of it and how it feels and how it works, obviously, more importantly. So let's just dive into the review. Right, as you can see here, literally this is the actual tripod as you would get it out of the packaging. Now, this tripod is actually meant for a kind of a mobile phone. So what you've got here, you've got the fitting, the actual mobile fitting here, which as you can see here can be extended in and out to fit any mobile. And I've got an iPhone 6 here to illustrate that point. So as you can see, let me just zoom out. As you can see here, it is quite an easy operation to do, and to actually pull the phone out, it just pull on there and it's back to as it was. Now, I can imagine you can fit all kinds of smartphones in here, not so much the feature phones like the Nokias and stuff, but if you've got a smartphone, I mean, as I say, this is an iPhone 6S, I would imagine it would do the 5, the 4 and Samsungs and stuff like that, then this works perfectly. It's a nice little fit in here. It's, you know, the quality of it's not bad, it hasn't broke or anything, so you know, it's not a bad item here. Now, what it's attached to is this kind of fit in here, which is a threaded screw. If I just unscrew it carefully here. The reason why I'm doing it carefully, I've had it in the past where they have actually broken, so as I say, it's only £1, but you know, they are handy little items for kind of little mini desktop tripods, but you do have to be a little bit careful because this actual part got broken in a waterproof casing on a action camera I've got, so just bear that in mind when you're adjusting it, or you know, just tightening it as it were. Now, moving down the actual tripod, what you've got here is the actual the kind of movable head part to it, and it only moves this way, but I would imagine that you can obviously maneuver the tripod around to suit the angle that you're after, but it isn't a full 360, it literally just goes that way, and then you use this little handle here to just tighten it, which typically it's not doing on mine, but hang on, no, it's not doing it on mine. So as I say, these things are only £1. Oh, there it is, I got it. These things are only £1, so you know, I'm not expecting it. No, I'm not expecting it to fully work, but you may get one that does. But just bear that in mind. As I say, because of the actual price point of these items, they're not 100% perfect. It has tightened it a little, but not brilliantly. But what I tend to use this for, I mean, I wouldn't use it for something like a DSLR or a kind of a heavyish camera, unless you are confident that you can kind of get it very straight and very sturdy. But as I say, with that head not kind of perfectly working on what I've got here, I would personally use it for, as I've shown you there, with mobile phones, but I would also use it with something like an action cam. And what I'll do, I'll pop one on here and you can just see what I mean. Right, what I've got here, I've got an action cam that I normally use, which is a Yi, oh god, the Yi action cams. It does have this threaded part to it here, this where it nicely does fit in very well, and they do screw in very well here. So it has got some, you know, it's got some, how can I say, multiple uses where you can use it on different cameras. As I say, I haven't used it on a DSLR. There's the head issue that I was on about. Yeah, it's not perfect, but it does hold it up. But it does kind of work with these sort of threaded screws at the bottom. And what I find this will be useful for is if you're just holding it and kind of vlogging and something like that, or you are taking imagery, as it were, or if you're taking video. And I just think, you know, for £1, it's a nice little addition to your arsenal of kind of tripods and stuff. But as I say, bear in mind it is only £1, so the quality isn't perfect, and I wouldn't use it on your more expensive cameras. But for something like this or a mobile phone, I think it'd be ideal. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to extend the legs out, and as you can see, they're quite easily extendable. there is a little bit of resistance here to what I'm doing. Not a massive amount, but there is a little bit. And pop the legs out here, and then I'll just show you as it's standing up. Right, here it is with the camera kind of just readjusted the angle just so you can see it sitting on the desktop. And just to give you an idea, that's my hand right next to it, just for an idea of scale. For kind of getting the angle that you're after, or something that would work better for how you're taking a shot and stuff, I can't imagine it's too hard to adjust. You can kind of twist that and move the camera down and, you know, manoeuvre the actual tripod around. As I say, I've used this for my mobile phone fitting, and I've also used it just for this kind of this camera here. And I've had very little problems, but I have actually kept within the parameter of what I feel is a good price. A good use for this tripod. I haven't used it for any kind of extensive work or anything that holds something a bit more heavier on this joint here. Is it worth it? Yes, it's worth it for £1. And as I say, you know, if it's going to be used with kids and stuff to learn a little bit more about how to kind of do a little bit of easygoing photography and stuff, I would say it's a great item. Plus, if you are doing a bit of YouTube and stuff like that, and you want something just to carry around, you know, for a bit of vlogging with a kind of an action cam or something, or a light point and shoot, then I would maybe consider this. If not, I would probably go a little bit better quality and go with a Joby or something like that, especially if the camera's worth a lot more than this, which is, God, it's about £30. Well, I hope you like the review, and if you've got any questions about the item that I've just reviewed here, then please pop it in the comments below and I'll try and answer you back. If you'd like to see some more reviews of any Pound items that I find, then please, you know, pop them in the comments and I'll certainly see what I can do for you. If you like what you see, please subscribe and then tap on the like. Thank you for watching, and I'll speak to you soon. Goodbye.